Now let's cover adult CPR for the lay rescuer with an AED. We're still going to be checking for scene safety, making sure there isn't any hazards that's going to affect us, the rescuer, but we also want to include a couple more things. Is the scene safe enough to use an AED? This is going to include whether or not there's standing water or liquids that the patient is laying in that might actually connect with our knees as the rescuer. This could electrocute us as we defibrillate, so that's going to be a reason not to use the AED in that condition. If we can move the patient out of that environment, like from beside a pool or from standing water or even in melted snow, and we can move them to a dry surface, dry them off enough that the pads will stick, that puts this back into a situation where we can use the AED. The other condition would be if we had combustible liquids, if we had gases that would be combustible, those would be other reasons not to use the AED either. So we're going to say that the scene is safe, our gloves are on, our CPR shield is available, and we're going to now assess the patient for responsiveness. And while we're doing so, we're going to be looking visually at the patient to see if they're breathing or not. So we yell out to the patient, "Are you all right? Are you okay? Can you hear me?" They do not appear to be breathing, and they do not respond to my taps and shouts. I'm going to call for help or activate EMS by sending a responder to go call 911 and return, let me know EMS is on the way. If they're not breathing and not responding, we're going to go straight into chest compressions if we don't have an AED. But now remember, if I brought an AED on scene with me right away, we're not going to delay the use of the AED by giving CPR. We're going to go ahead and quickly turn the AED on.
This is a training device only. No shock will be delivered.
It's going to prompt me to bare the chest.
Remove clothing from person's chest.
I'm going to grab
Attach pads firmly to person's chest.
I'm going to grab the adult pads and attach them as the diagram shows on the pads. One in the top right pectoralis area.
Plug-in connector.
The next one is mid-axillary underneath
Check
the left
connector
armpit.
and pads.
And then I'm going to go ahead and plug in the connector. As you can
Check
see, there's
connector
really
and
only
pads.
one way that it can go in.
Analyzing rhythm. Everyone stand clear.
Making sure as to not touch the patient while it's analyzing.
Shock advised. Charging. Everyone stand clear. Everyone's shock delivered. Begin 5 cycles of CPR.
Following the prompts of the AED, we'll go right into CPR. 30 compressions, followed by 2 breaths using my CPR shield barrier, followed by 30 more compressions, followed by 2 rescue breaths, and we're going to do that until the AED interrupts or advanced life support or another emergency medical responder arrives and takes over. Hey, are you okay? Are you all right? The scene is safe, my gloves are on, shield is available. Sir, can you hear me? Help! Somebody help me in here. Sir, can you hear me? They're not responsive, they don't seem to be breathing. You in the plaid shirt, go call 911 or emergency medical services and come back. I might need your help. I've got the AED right here.
This is a training device only. No shock will be delivered. Remove clothing from person's chest. Attach pads firmly to person's chest as shown. Plug-in connector. Check connector and pad. Analyzing rhythm. Everyone stand clear. Shock advised. Charging. Everyone stand clear. Everyone stand clear. Push the shock button. Shock delivered. Begin 5 cycles of CPR.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 and 11 and 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. One and two and three and four, and I'd go up to 30. You have 30
1 minute
compressions.
and 30 seconds of CPR remain.
30 compressions and 2 rescue breaths. Continue to do this until the AED interrupts me or until emergency medical services arrive.